John Macmillan was born in the Skipness area of Scotland in 1792 and spent his early life working on farms around the area. His wife Margaret was born in Tarbet around 1794 and they married sometime around 1813. Whilst in Scotland they bore 8 children: Archibald, Isabel, Margaret, Catherine, John, Alexander, Flora and Jane. In 1836 the crops failed and there was widespread famine in Scotland, so John and Margaret answered an advertisement in the paper for workers wanted in Australia. In 1839 the whole family set sail on the ship David Clark, which was the first ship ever to carry government-assisted migrants to Australia. They arrived in Melbourne and John leased 5 square miles or 6,400 acres of land at Scotchman's Creek near Mount Waverley. They eventually moved to Argyle Farm near Port Fairy, and it was from there that they applied for a lease of 28,800 acres at Liga, which is approximately halfway between Kerrang and Boort. In 1847 their sons Archibald and 16-year-old Alexander arrived at Legal with around 200 head of cattle. John continued to farm the property until his death caused by a prolonged stomach disorder on the 20th of April 1860, aged 88. Margaret survived him for a further 2 years until bronchitis claimed her on the 19th of April 1862. She was also 88 years old. Both John and Margaret are buried at the Old Kerrang Cemetery, which closed down in 1920. All of the graves were relocated except for John and Margaret's. Over the years the gravestone's fencing collapsed and was left in ruins until March 2004, when the Rotary Club of Kerrang organised the replacement of the old fence with a new metal pipe fence which still stands today.